So before we go out on our little mini break at the end of this week, I want you to add a handle to your mug. That way everything's attached onto it, and all we'll do next week is we'll personalize it and clean it up. So there's two ways that you can approach doing a handle. One is with a slab, and one is with a coil. And I'm going to demonstrate both of them for you so that you can decide which one you want to use. Now, if you're going to do a slab, I want you to roll out a slab that's a little bit on the thicker side. Don't go too terribly thin, or it will, don't go too thin or it will be too floppy on you. Now, there's a couple of ways of approaching a slab handle. The first one is you can take a ruler and you can cut out a handle like so. And you're just going to straighten out one edge, and then you can put it and score it onto your pot like this and bring it back down and score it onto there. So that makes a handle. So it can go like this, which is like a C handle, or you could do it so that it's going straight on like this and straight on like that. Okay, like so. So there's a very simple handle. And you'll notice that my slab is nice and thick so that it's not going to be too wimpy. Okay, you can get really creative with your handle if you like, if you want to personalize it with a different kind of shape. If you're going to do this though, I want you to draw the inside of the handle first. So I'm going to take and I'm going to cut the inside curve of my handle. And then maybe I'll do something really kind of wild and crazy with the shape on the outside of the handle. So here's a handle using a slab going in this direction. So I would attach it like so, and then like so. Okay, and I'd have kind of a fun little handle. I like this one. I think I might actually put it onto here. The other option that you can use is to use a coil. Now I'm going to use a nice fat coil. Now I want you to notice that it's a little bit tapered, so it's a little thicker on this end, a little thinner on the other end. I want to make sure that it's comfortable to hold onto like a handle would be. And then what I want you to do is I want you to shape it on the table the way that you would want it. So you could, let's say you wanted a simple C curve. Okay, you would just bend it like this. But let's say you wanted to have a little bit of a downward movement at the top and then a little curl on the end. Now, just leave it like that. Okay, so I've put it down, the coil down onto the table. And then I'm just going to take my knife and I'm going to chop it like this and then like that so that it will go right onto my mug like so. And this doesn't have to be a simple shape. This could be fun and decorative, but you would slip and score this onto here. I kind of like this handle, so I'm going to stick with this. Now, the best place to put this is where your seam is. So take the time to smooth out your seam. And then you're going to slip and score your handle onto your pot. Remember that that recipe for success in attaching one piece of clay to another piece of clay is to slip, score, and add pressure. Whichever method you use, whether you're using a coil, a slab like this, or a slab like this, is you want to reinforce where it's attached onto the pot. When you pick up your mug, this is going to be a stress point. When this is full of coffee or hot chocolate, that area right there is going to be a little bit of a stress point. So I want you to take some soft clay, 2 little clay pieces, and I'm going to take and I'm going to wrap them around the bottom where it attaches onto the pot, right there. See how I did that? I attached it on there. And then I'm going to take some time to smooth it in. This is a really important step, and make sure that you don't miss this. Instead of just being like this, where it's barely attached, it's really attached up there. Now, this bottom one, you could leave. This one's not as critical because it's not going to hold the mug up. So I'm going to use just a little bit smaller coil on here and put it on one side and then on the other side. Okay, once you get your handle on your mug and you're happy with it, and it looks like, see how it looks like it's growing out of the mug as opposed to just being stuck on the side of it? That's because I've taken that time to add that extra little piece of clay in there. On today's slide, I want you to have a picture of your mug, and then I want you to wrap it in 2 plastic bags and take a picture of your mug all wrapped up for the weekend.